Hey everybody, Armand here, Chi Skills, and today we're looking at flow in form again. We've done that before. Today we're going to look at the whole body is a whip. We're looking at the ribbons, throwing out ribbons and stuff to get flow in your Tai Chi. So, let's begin. Okay everybody, so flow in form. So, this Tai Chi thing is a pretty precise thing, right? I think you agree with me that it takes a lot of principles and understanding and, precise movement and everything. But there's a way that we can understand the principles coming from more of a flow perspective. And it's becoming easier from that perspective to understand some of these principles. Okay, so if we imagine our arms being longer than they are, and we imagine like 10 feet of ribbon extended from our hands, we have a chance to discover some things that are harder to discover when we're so precise and in our body all the time. Okay, so let's do this with me. So the feet are shoulder width apart. I start with my hands on a imaginary table, and from here what I want to imagine is that with my whole body I throw out long ribbons extended from my hands. And before these long ribbons can hit the floor again, I want to pull them back again. So I'm pulling them, and before they can hit the floor here, I'm already throwing them out again. But with my whole body, not just my arms. My whole body is behind it. Right? So more of a side shot is that I'm extending, the whole body becomes a whip, and I'm throwing out all these ribbons and pulling them back again. See, so the center is always in movement. It's throwing out, and before they can fall back, I'm pulling them back again. So it's a constant motion. So if we look now at the principle of these joints working together, like the elbows and the knees, you will find that's exactly what they're doing now. So at this turnaround point, one part stops, everything stops, and then we turn it around. Right? So this principle is very easy to discover coming from this throwing in slow motion. If we're throwing out, we have this feeling of like, oh, there's an extension there. And then it becomes easier to discover like, okay, how do we open these joints, right? So I'm throwing out and I'm extending, opening all my joints at the end. And there's the turnaround, and I'm starting to pull the joints open without losing this feeling of extending and throwing. Okay, so one thing to be careful with is that when I throw out in slow motion with these long ribbons, that I'm not overextending in such a way that I would be throwing myself away, right? I have to ground out as well. So at this maximum point of yang, you could say, I'm also pulling my hips gently to the floor, so I'm grounded here, right? I'm not loose in the feet, I'm grounded in the feet, and that's when I turn it around and start pulling, right? So make sure that when you throw out at the edge there, you're still connected with the ground. So, and then you start implementing that thing in your form. Let's say brush knee. I go to brush knee. From there, I have this throwing and this extension of these ribbons. I throw them out, and before they can hit the floor, I move forward and keep these ribbons in motion, which means I'm keeping my center constantly in motion. Constantly in motion. Throwing out in slow motion, long ribbons, there they go, and before they can fall, I'm already pulling on them and then throwing them out again. Alright, I hope this helps. Have fun with this, it feels great. It has to feel light, right? Something in motion feels light, right? So I'm in between the yang and the yin when I throw out. It's not like heavy on the arms, I'm not raising the arms too much, I'm in between. Okay, so have fun with this. I hope you like it, and if you do, like and subscribe if you're already done so. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.